So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining today's CMTR session. So the session will be divided into three parts. That is the presentation, the system screening, and lastly the Q&A session. So once I finish off my presentation, we can continue with our Q&A session. I hope my voice is audible and my screen is visible to you all. So before we start with the presentation, let's first understand what is SCMTR and what are the things which will be impacting you as an FF or a consolidator, and from UDEX point of view, how the system can help you against the new regulations. We'll go through the presentation on SCMTR. So the SCMTR stands for Sea Cargo Manifest and Transshipments Regulation. So before we going with the actual changes, let's understand from the customer's point of view how they have differentiated different companies. So the list of stakeholders which we are dealing in our day-to-day operation life is getting registered on IceGate. For the shipping line, it is under the category of ASC, that is Authorized Sea Carrier, and Authorized Sea Agents, that is ASA. Roles and responsibilities of the shipping lines or the vessel agents is the SAM filing, that is Sea Arrival Manifest, Sea Arrival Amendment, that is SAA, SDM, which stands for Sea Departure Manifest, SDA, which stands for Sea Departure Amendment, SDN, which stands for Sea Departure Notification, and the Cargo Summary Notification, which is the CSN. So all of this are the roles and responsibilities of the carriers, that is the shipping lines or the vessel agents. So to proceed with the FF or the NVOCCs or the consolidators, they have to get registered with the IceGate, that is under the category of ANC, that is the authorized other notified carriers. The responsibility of the freight forwarders, NVOCCs or the consolidators is the CSN, that is the CSN generation and CSN submission. Next is proceeding with the IEC holders, that is the custom brokers as well, where they have to proceed with the e-seal submission, which is used in exports. Railways, truckers, coastal vessel operators should get registered under the category of AC, that is authorized carrier, the transshippers. Their responsibilities is CIM, that is AM and DM. Post railways and everyone. The next is port or the terminals. So for port and terminals, they has to get registered under the category for authorized terminal operators, followed by the custodians, that is the ICD and CFS. So this is what the customers has to get registered on IceGate with the category specified. So to proceed ahead, we will first understand the agenda of this session. Very first is the brief on SCMTR regulation. Next is the CMT flow of documents for imports and exports. Next, the CSN submission to the IceGate by the FF or the consolidator, followed by the SCMT regulations and recommendations, and lastly, the CSN submission via ODEX. So to proceed with the SCMTR regulation brief, there are two major changes which will be going live, that is the timeline of submission of their houses, and secondly, the file name and format. We'll see the timeline and submission of the houses with this slide. So for imports, the current process which we work, that is declaring the house to the shipping line and then shipping line proceeding with the IGM filing. So as an FF or the consolidator, you have to declare the houses, that is 72 hours prior before the vessel arrives on the port of loading. And then shipping line will proceed with the IGM file, that is 48 hours ago before the vessel arrives at the port of unloading. As per the new process which will be going live for a CMTR, the changes will be coming into effect that the BL information needs to be ready before the vessel sails from the last port of call, which is calling India. For example, if the last port of call is Singapore and the next port of unloading is an Indian port, which is Nhava Sheva, the freight forwarders or the consolidators have to declare their houses before the vessel sails from the last port of call, that is Singapore. This is the biggest change which will be live post SCMTR. For exports, as it is same as imports, the BL information should be ready before the vessel departs from the Indian port. The liner needs to submit the export manifest prior the vessel gets in. So as mentioned prior, the major changes will be your file name, your file formattings, and the timelines of your houses. For imports, let's understand the process flow of your documents. So this is how the import process flow will work for imports. So before departure and on arrival from the last port of call to the Indian port of call, the CSN needs to be submitted, that is the cargo summary notification, which is the declaration of your house information by the FF or the consolidator. Here, the SAM file replaces the current IGM process. See, arrival amendment can be filed without an approval till filing of the entry inward. Proceeding ahead, on arrival at the Indian port of call, the C entry inward needs to be mentioned, or C entry inward needs to be done. To proceed with the exports, that is, before departure and after departure from the Indian port of call, the CSA needs to be done, which is the declaration of your house information by the FF or the consolidator. Next is we have SDM, which is the C departure manifest, which replaces the current EGM process, which is the export general manifest part. Next, we have SDA, which is the C departure amendment, which can be filed without an approval till the filing of the departure notification. After departure from the Indian port of call, the C departure notification needs to be done. Proceeding with the CSN submission to the ICE gate by the FF or the consolidator, you have to provide all the necessary HBL details to the shipping lines with the help of the MBLs through ODEX. Here, you have to provide your details of your multiple HBLs all together with one MBL and submit the information to the shipping line. Post this, you will receive the CSN and then you have to proceed with the CSN submission to the liner. The major changes for SCMTR regulation, that is, all the information which is visible to you on the screen is mandatory according to the SCMTR rule, that is your number of packages, container details, seal number, overall gross weight, IEC or the PAN copy, HSN code, your SAM and the SDM filing approved with the BL detail needs to be submitted. To proceed ahead, which ODEX provides the facility to the customer is about the CSN submission via ODEX. So it's a single screen facility to all the customers where they have to just simply log in into ODEX, enter the detail of the HBL against a single MBL with the help of the CSN. Once your CSN file is generated, submit the CSN file to the customs with the digital signature. Customs then will acknowledge the CSN file with the CSN number, and lastly, the CSN submission needs to be done to the shipping line, wherein the customer has to get the CSN number and then submit the CSN to the liners or the consolidators via ODEX. Now, we will be proceeding with the system screening. So very first is you have to log in into ODEX using your login credentials and then click on sign in. Upon successful login, you'll be directed to the service dashboard. Here, select the module for EHBL and the CFS module, and then click the specific location and then the arrow icon to proceed. Here, go to the HBL request option from the HBL dropdown and then click on the arrow icon or the option for new HBL to proceed with the submission request. Here, for this presentation purpose, the screen has been divided into 3 parts, wherein it's in one single screen for your CSN generation. Here you have to fill in up the information related to your MBL, that is your information which is marked in red are mandatory, that is your MBL number, your line selection, your vessel voyage number, your port of loading, port of unloading, container status as FCL or LCL, and lastly the itinerary details. Once done with the information, note that the fields which are colored in green tab are mandatory according to the SCMTR regulation. So you also have to fill up your port of acceptance, port of loading, port of unloading, your port of destination. And once you generate the CSN, you have to mention the CSN number here. So your itinerary details should also be mentioned. Post this, you have to fill in up your details related to your HBL. So for HBL, you have to fill in up the information related to your HBL number, the date of HBL generation, each and every detail which is marked in red and the color code needs to be filled in up. That is your consignor details, your consignee details, notify party with the invoicing instructions, etc. etc. Proceeding with the information about your importer and exporter, you have to give information about your item details, about the cargo, your container. In case when it's an export shipment, at that time the export details will be mentioned here. And lastly, the attachments of your HBL, the MBLs needs to be done. Post this, you have to submit this request by clicking on the term and condition and submit for SCMTR. So once you submit the request, you have to then proceed by clicking on the generate CSN button. Post clicking the generate CSN button, a JSON file will be downloaded onto your system as shown here. So when you click or open the file of the JSON which is downloaded into your system, you can then share or get that CSN file digitally signatured by your team and then upload the same CSN file to the IceGate. Post the IceGate receive your file of your CSN which is uploaded. They will give you an acknowledgement, that is your CSN number. And once you get the CSN number, you have to log in into ODEX. You have to go and click the radio button for CSN submission. Post you click on the CSN submission, you have to just enter your details of your MBL and then enter the detail about your CSN number which you received from the IceGate. Post doing all the activities, you have to just submit your information to the shipping line, based on which the shipping line will get your detail or your request for your HBL declaration with the help of your CSN number. So here we complete the whole process or the whole flow for a CMTR, which are the changes we will be live for the freight forwarders or the consolidators through ODEX. Thank you for attending the session. We may proceed with the Q&A session now.